Hello guys, welcome back. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a light and dark mode effect for your website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see over here, I already have an example of what our project should look like at the end of the video. We have a text right here that says light mode and also our white background. And whenever we click on the button, it's going to switch over to the dark mode. It has a text that says dark mode and also our dark background. And if you notice, the button's color changes to red whenever we are in the dark mode, and it changes back to orange whenever we are in the light mode. So don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really means the world to me. Let's go ahead and get started. So firstly, we're going to create our link for CSS. The href here is going to be styles.css. I already have a CSS file right here. Don't forget to create yours, and also the JS file. Also, we're going to create a link for our JavaScript. The source in here is going to be, the source link is going to be, let's call it main.js. So in here we're going to have our div. The class here is going to be container for our div. Then in here we're going to have two elements. The first one is going to be a h1 tag that has a class. The class is going to be toggle text. Then in here we're going to have our text that says lights mode. Next we're going to have our button. The button here is going to have a class, and the class is going to be toggle btn. That is an abbreviation for toggle button. So next we're going to have text, the text that says swap. So let's see what it looks like. This is what we have for now. Let's go ahead and add some styles to our code to make it look much more beautiful. So for the CSS, we just need to remove margin and padding from our website, and to do that, just add an asterisk and add a margin in here. Set the margin to 0 and set the padding to 0. Then after that, we're going to create the variables we need. We need some variables for the light and dark mode. So just create a root in here, create a root, and the first variable is going to be background, and for the background, we just need to set the color here to white. Then next, we're going to have our color. The color here is going to be black. And after that, we're going to set, let's call this text color. Next, we're going to set our button background. This is going to be button background, and the button background here is going to be orange. Then let's go ahead and style our body tag. So for the body tag, we're going to set background to background. So basically we're just using the variables, and after this we're going to create another body.tag, which is just going to be what our body tag will look like in dark mode. So next we're going to set color here to text color, and after that we're going to set transition so 0.3 seconds. This makes our transition to the dark mode look much more smoother. If you notice, it's not like it doesn't switch immediately whenever we click on the button. It waits for about 0.2 seconds before it switches to the dark mode. So that is it for our body tag. Now for the dark mode, we are just going to set background. We just need everything we have right here, but we are going to change things around. For the dark mode, background is going to become black, and text color is going to become white. So after that, we're going to set button background to red for the dark mode, and we're going to style our toggle button next. Just type in toggle btn, that's the class we created. The padding here is going to be 10px, and width is going to be 120px. And after that, we're going to set background to button background, which is the color we've already created. So let's see what it looks like. As you can see, this is beginning to look nice. So let's set font family here. Our text does not look nice. Let's font family to sans serif, and that should make it look much more better. That does not do it. Just copy this and paste this here in the body tab. Let's see. that might cause problems later whenever I switch to the dark mode. So to make sure it does not cause any problem, set the font family here instead, and that should ensure that there is no problem later on. So we are going to go ahead and continue with our toggle button. We're going to set color here to white, and next we're going to set font size to 14 px to increase the size of our button text. Next we're going to set border to none to remove border from our button, and we're going to set border radius to 30 px. Now let's see what it looks like. As you can see, it's beginning to look much more nicer. So after that, we're going to have the toggle text. So let's say toggle text. Here for the toggle text, we just need to set font weight to bold, and that should do it. So let's go ahead and start the container to bring the text and the button to the center of our web page. So to bring it to the center of the page, we just need to set container. This is our container style, container class, the one we created already in HTML. So for the container class, we just need display, flex, and we also need align items. It's going to be center, and justify content here is going to be center. We're also going to set flex direction to volume and height. Let's see what it looks like. As you can see, this is what we have right now. But we need to set height to 100 VH to make it stretch to the full height of the screen and bring our content to the center. As you can see, this is just what we want. So next, I will set font family here. We already have font family, we don't need that. Let's see what it looks like here. As you can see, this looks much more better for some reason. We just need to add a gap here. Let's add a gap. The gap here is going to be 30 px. That is way too much. Change it back to 20 px, and that should do it. This is just what we want. Well, we need to set cursor to pointer for the button to change it to a finger instead of an arrow whenever we hover on the button. To change this to pointer, and that should do it. As you can see, that is just what we want. So now let's go ahead and add our JavaScript to be able to toggle our light mode and change it back to dark mode or light mode whenever we click on the button. So for the JavaScript, we just need to get our classes. To define the classes right here in JavaScript, we need to use const. So I'm going to set const here. This is the first constant we have. So we're also going to use toggle btn. And I'm going to say equals document dot query selector. Well, we just have to type in the class we have for the toggle button. So just type in toggle btn, and after that we're going to set our toggle text. We're going to say document dot query selector, and here we're going to have, let's use the text, the class, which is going to be toggle text. And lastly, we're going to set our body, the body tag. So just change this body, and here we're going to have our body text. Remove the full stop, we don't need that for the body tag. And we're going to add an event listener to our button to toggle the dark mode whenever we click on the button. So just say toggle btn.add event listener, and we're going to use click. There are many other event listeners such as hover, unhover, mouse leave, or mouse enter, but we're going to be using click for this project. So we're going to use an arrow function right here. Then in here we're going to have body.classList.toggle dark. This is going to be dark right in here. Now let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this is just what we want. This looks quite nice, but the text does not change yet whenever we click on the button. If you notice, the text changes to dark mode whenever we click on the button right here. So to achieve that, we just need to use a conditional statement. So I'm going to say if body dot class list dot contains dark. This means that whenever we are in the dark mode, let's toggle text dot inner HTML. This means that whenever I'm in the dark mode, let's the toggle text become dark mode. Now let's see what that looks like. It seems there is a problem. Let's see what it is. Okay, this is the problem. Remove this. Let's copy that. And the problem is right here. We need to add our curly braces right outside the conditional statements. So paste this in here and that should fix it. Now let's see what it looks like. As you can see, that's just what we want, but it does not change back to the light mode whenever we are in the light mode. So all we have to do is add else. This means that if our body is not in if our website is not in dark mode, let the toggle text be changed back. Let's use inner HTML, toggle text.inner HTML. Let it become light mode. Now let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this is just what we want. It now looks exactly like what you have in the example. And if you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below. See you guys in the next project. Goodbye.